This is like a punching bag. You just keep coming back. It's over.
We have millions and millions and millions of fans who live and die by what this company does.
You diluted yourself by 2.5% more, and then all of a sudden you got a $10 million valuation. Congratulations, you just made $6 million in 10 minutes.
Welcome back to Big Brain. I'm here right now in the CashApp green room with our next contestant. Tell me what your strategy is going to be as far as gesticulation while you're in there. Are you going to speak with your hands, or are you just going to speak with your mouth? Maybe with your eye contact. How are you going to gesticulate?
My plan is quite simple. I'm going to go in there, hit him with some good shit, don't get hit, and walk out with a pocket full of cash. My name is Matthew Militello, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Sports Booth. We created revolutionary technology that's going to completely change the entire landscape of sports media. Now, I'm about to show you a clip here that it's content that you're all familiar with. It's the Barstool electric chair. So.
Little rinky-dink, little bag of tricks. Touchdown. Nice. Oh, we're doing high fives.
This is amazing content. Stoolies love the electric chair. They want to watch televised sports with Barstool, but I also have bad news. People are complaining. The same Stoolies are complaining. They're complaining about the same thing every single time. And what is that? It's the delay it takes from the Barstool HQ, the studio, to the actual screen on the viewer's end. You see, Facebook and all these other companies are built on old technology with a guaranteed delay of 15 to 30 seconds. Rick O'Keefe thinks you guys are bouncing off Russian satellites. It's taking so long, right? So what's the solution to this? Real-time streaming. And here's a sample video. Oops. Is this in action? Okay, the video's not showing, but here's what the video should be showing. The video should be showing that Sports Booth is coming in at real time. There's a ticker here.
So we get that as late, and I know you've reached out to us before. Are you suggesting is the main gist of this we'd be speaking in exact real time?
Exact real time.
Are you putting the actual feed of the game on the screen?
No. It's exact same content you guys are doing.
It's
right?
just
different platforms. Does that make sense?
But the reason we're delayed is because of our TVs at HQ.
No. Regardless of that, the time it takes from your phone, right, to capture that video, to the time it takes to travel to the viewer's end, there's a 30-second delay right there.
But to be honest, the delay, and we've spoken about this a lot, even if you said, hey, Dave, you can get rid of the delay, we wouldn't. Because we can't put the game next to it, so somebody has to watch a different screen. So if they're watching this screen, then they have to turn the screen for the reaction, so they need the delay. There's a reason you see the delay when it hits, and all of a sudden, right up till it hits, we're skyrocketing in views. That won't happen if it's that close in time.
It gives people a reason to watch us.
I disagree with you here.
Yeah,
I think.
Can I just?
Yes.
I'm not Barstool, so I think I understand exactly what they're saying. If I'm watching a game,
Yes.
I don't want to get the home run or the touchdown at the same time they're
Correct.
getting it.
Right.
I want to celebrate, high five my friends, knowing they're 20 seconds later, and now watch their reaction like it's live. So being a second later is terrible. Because by the time I'm high-fiving my friends, they're done celebrating. So I've missed the whole thing. So what Dave and Erika are saying is that it's 20 to 30 seconds after, I'm already settled down, fired up, popping open my drink, and now I get more entertained by watching Dave and the team's reaction.
And by the way, we've done it both. So when you're like, I disagree, we've had it.
Well, why don't we could try it sometime.
But we have.
But we have tried it.
There's no way you've had because
We've had it.
This is the only platform that has no
But
delay.
I'm telling you, we've had it too close. Where people, it's like 30 seconds, like you gotta back it up. You gotta back it up. Not the other way. They don't want closer, they want it more delayed.
The delay problem is not in Facebook or Periscope.
It is.
It is not.
It is. Look, this is what I build for a living.
Yeah, but this is what they build for a living too.
No, but this is the technical aspect.
But
it's
what aren't you
not.
hearing? We wouldn't want it to be closer, even if it was. Unless we had access to the streams and we were actually the ones broadcasting the games.
The only ones.
Yeah,
exactly.
Other than that,
We're
we need the
actually
delay.
watching a game that's delayed.
Right, I understand that. So the TV is delayed, right?
Correct.
But we sit there in the office literally, and we pause
Put it 30 seconds
and we're
behind.
like, wait, wait, we're going longer. Like you may be right, we can't get as close as you can, but we're intentionally going further away from it.
It doesn't help their brand if they're on time. The problem that you're trying to fix is what they don't want fixed.
Correct.
You're not getting that part. We're getting what you're saying.
I get what you're saying too.
You're
but
not
I think
getting what
you guys
they're
are
saying.
totally wrong, right?
They're what?
Well, how can you say we're totally wrong?
Because the experience, right, should be like as if the viewer is in the same living room.
No,
It's not. It's called the electric chair because you want to see Dave or Big Cat die. If it happens at the same time, you don't know they're dead. So it defeats the purpose.
We've had over 100 broadcasters, 400 people
Matt,
come to us.
you're not listening to.
I understand, but the number reason why they're already streaming on YouTube, all these places. The number one reason why they come is because the whole delay. Let me tell you about the monetization.
There's nothing to tell them. It doesn't work for them. You didn't even get the concept why it doesn't work.
No, I totally understand.
Okay, so then you got it. So now you understand that they want the 30-second delay, and you say, wow, okay.
Would you like to see though?
No,
really.
there's nothing to see.
Well, look. So here's
Great,
the old
there's
Facebook.
nothing to see.
Here's the old Facebook, right?
Yeah, I see it, but no one wants to see it.
You're not going to celebrate and watch your reactions 2 plays later.
But they do
They're
it
doing
in
it already.
millions.
But we have factual evidence they do that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that could be so much better if it's
No.
It can't.
It would
because
ruin it.
It would be worse.
I feel like we're just
All right.
on a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt, good luck, man.
Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
I appreciate it.
All right.
At what point did you realize that that was going south?
Where I didn't. So when I was preparing for all this, I didn't run through the simulation in my head that they wanted a 1-minute delay in the TV. That didn't even cross my head that someone would want such a thing.
There's persistence and there's stupidity. That's stupidity.
And he said something.
It's like you're explaining to him your brand, why you have it. I'm an outsider explaining the same thing, and he's just not fucking getting it.
Yeah.
Just
like,
wrong.
Like it's just like there's
We
persistent.
are literally get complaints when it's too close. We're moving the other way.
Yeah.
I thought they had big brains, but evidently, I don't want to. They have big brains, but not as big as they thought. Let's put it that way.
That's fair. All right. Recovery room. How was that?
I love coconut.
We are in the CashApp green room, and we're about to talk to the next contestant who's about to go in there and face the music. Who are you, and what are you trying to get sold today?
Jamie Thompson from Selfie Oh Chat.
Okay, what's Selfie Oh Chat?
It's a location-based photo and video chat app. You can basically see who's around you, see what's happening, and talk to people.
Name 5 apps that this app is better than.
Better than Snapchat, better than Instagram, better than Facebook.
Jesus Christ. We don't even need the other 2 because those are huge apps and it's already better than them.
That's right.
Fucking take that, Zuckerberg, you idiot.
Thanks, man.
Hey, thank you, pal. Take care of business in there, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
Fucking Zuckerberg, fucking idiot.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Jamie Thompson. I'm the founder of Selfie Oh Chat. It's a location-based social network. The idea is you post content, and by default, I'll leave my phone with you. You guys can play around with it if you want. By default, you see videos and photos nearby. If you click on some of those, I've already voted on and chatted with people, but you can basically see who's around. So it's good for venues, good for events, good for connecting with people.
Who else does this?
Well, I mean, so it was inspired by a couple of different things that I've seen in social media, but nobody's doing hyper-local specifically, and nobody's doing sort of the concept of no followers, just what's happening. It's in market right now.
This is how many people have downloaded?
Tens of thousands.
I'm probably looking at this. Who's the competition? Tinder, Instagram, Snap, Craigslist, Missed Connections.
Yeah, I mean, so like it's sort of, the idea is to be a non-dating, Tinder kind of has its space in the dating world, but I think there's room for kind of a non-dating approach to finding people around you.
So if I take a picture in your app, or better yet, if I take one in Instagram, can I just be a shoot and it goes to your app as well?
So we're not connected into any other APIs. I really want it to be an independent. The idea is that I don't need or want access to your Instagram data, or it's independent.
Is it only when I'm someplace cool? Like most people use social from home, which like I don't really want to be chatting with people from my couch.
Yeah.
But I can see if I was at a festival, it would be cool.
Sure, exactly.
So is it
I think
only
there's-
occasion based?
I think it lends itself nicely to events and to kind of like what's we're all hanging out at some bar, we're all hanging out at a football game or whatever, like that is a fun use case. But the reality is people take photos and videos all the time.
I actually, this is one of the, and I maybe don't always understand all the other technology. This is one that clicked to me instantly, but it doesn't click without the API part of it. Like I think getting somebody to take a photo, put it on this, put it on Instagram. Instagram, I'd say right now is the leading photo, but it's hard. Like people are they want people to see it. I think the aspect of hyper-local, where if I post something at a hockey game or at a concert, I post on Instagram, I put it here, and suddenly I have notifications, Selfie Oh, of everyone who's super hyper-local, and I can message them. To me, that is, as far as I know, you cannot do that with the others.
It's not easy. I mean, like Snapchat has a Snap Maps feature, which is interesting, but I think they're going in a different direction with what they're doing.
And that's not always, that Snap Map, like you don't have to take a picture, you just can be like, where are my friends? You see the little icons.
It's different. I mean, they're.
So are you morally opposed to linking the APIs? Can you link the API?
I'm not morally opposed to connecting to other APIs, but I actually think that the Finsta trend is really, really big. And I think that can stand on its own, actually.
Does it work if we're not sharing the same experience? So if I follow, we're at a Patriots game together and I follow you, do we stay connected?
You don't have to follow, that's why I like it.
I just see it.
How do you make money?
Well, so in the long run, the idea is to sell these in-app premium features to users. I'm definitely interested in the concept of, say, brand activations, but I'd rather do opt-in thing. Like in order to be true to the user, I don't want to passively advertise. I am morally opposed to selling their data passively, but I think there's a big opportunity when you think about locations and getting people to basically activate on site or wherever that might be.
What would you want from us?
I'm in discussions right now, like we're looking at a 5 million pre. I don't need a ton of money, but I mean, it has to be meaningful enough for investors and for me to do something. So we're looking at about a 5 million pre.
I think this is an opportunity for, if you're looking for a partnership with Barstool, giving them some strategic options, whether it's 1%, 5%, 10%, whatever you think, and decide what they give you $300,000 worth of value.
Of course.
That's 6% of the company.
They
give you 6%, you get your value, you take off in New York, you take off where you want to take off, and then all of a sudden if Erika and Dave like what they're doing and like what they're seeing, they might want to buy another 6% or 10% at a higher valuation or that same valuation, if it's something they're interested in.
I'm absolutely interested in it. I think it's a very good idea. Honestly, my biggest red flag would be your morals, and I mean that probably in a better way. It's like you seem very protective. Like I would be like, we gotta go into Instagram.
People don't want to feel like social networks are taking advantage, like basically
I
lied
agree with
to.
that.
And
I understand what you're saying, but you also need to kickstart
I agree,
the
totally.
energy
It needs
around
like,
But I think you could teach us a lot. I mean, we're obviously trying to get into this space. You know, we obviously think what you're doing is interesting. I agree with Mike.
I mean, I always look at when these people come in, the first thing, would I use it? And I absolutely would use what you just said. If I could go to a thing and post a picture and instantly see the people posting around me and message if I wanted,
I think they add value. You have something they're really interested in. Cool. I think it's definitely a strategic option, and you decide how much percent you want to give them and how much value they want to give you back. And I think you guys figure out.
So we're talking basically a trade. The 5 million
totally
valuation.
Open to some sort of trade deal. That would be a lot of fun.
Great. We'll follow up with you.
Yeah, it's a good deal for you guys as far as, and I think you guys should do that more. I mean, I do it. I would have done it at Bodycom in like 3 years.
To be honest, getting that guy in our building and just thinking about us.
I'm sorry, getting that guy in the building.
In the building, thinking about us is a good use of everybody's time.
I'm always like, who else is social media? That does not exist as far as I know.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eli Shimoni. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've actually started 3 companies in the past, 2 of which have been acquired, and I'm here to tell you about my 4th company, Surf. How many of you use Uber and Lyft? Actually, you're not alone. Uber does about 4 million rides per day, and Lyft does about 2 million rides per day. So when we looked at that category, we said, what if we can take the concept of in-flight entertainment and basically apply it in the back of an Uber and Lyft? And that's how Surf started. Last year, we basically started Surf, where we place tablets in the back of Uber and Lyft. These are top performing cars, and we use that tablet for 3 purposes. 1, we give the driver an additional way to make money. 2, we allow the passengers to discover content and explore short-form content on their ride. And 3, we give content creators and advertisers a new way to basically distribute their content in a new medium out of home to a captive audience. We're currently doing our seed round. It's our next round of funding. We're raising $1 million at a $15 million valuation. Our last round was at a $6 million valuation. And that was before we got a contract with Sprint that actually provides those tablets free for us, which actually saves a lot of the cost for us over the
Why is
next
Sprint doing that? They could advertise.
data service and advertising.
So you raised $1 million at $6 million?
We're raising $1 million at $15 million, and we raised $550,000.
550 was the first time.
Yep.
How long ago was that?
That was back in January
So
Of this year?
of this year.
So basically, a month later, the valuation went from 6 million to 15 million.
Yeah, so let me
You
tell
must
you.
have had a great month.
Yeah, let me
Congratulations.
tell you why. So we went from having revenue of $5,000 to now our cities can actually generate revenues of close to $70,000 a month. We went from actually paying for the tablet, which was about $300, to signing a deal that gives us actually free tablets. And we went from having one city partnership with Lyft to now having a national expansion plan with Lyft.
How much of the 1 million have you raised so far?
We have raised about $300,000.
300,000.
What
we keep-
percentage does Lyft get of the advertising revenue?
They don't. Their biggest benefit for Lyft is for the drivers to make additional income so they can continue driving.
Why
for the
are you
service.
raising money?
Because we want to expand faster, right? So this is
You and who else?
I have 3 other co-founders. Have actually started company with me before, and our team is about 22 people total.
I've sold a couple companies. You've actually sold 3 yourself, you said?
2.
2. So you sold 2 companies. Just give me one of them. Give me the better
My
result.
last company was called Tipsy. It was kind of like a movie pass for nightlife, where for $10 a month you can go to different bars and clubs, get a
How
free
much you sell
drink.
it for?
I can't say.
Why not?
It was part of the deal. The company that acquired us.
Well, so how do we know what you mean? I mean, you have a track record, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've sold brands. If Dave and Erika want to invest with me,
Yeah.
I would tell them, well, listen, I sold this brand. This is how I did. I mean, if you sold them for less than $15 million, I mean, not saying that you can't sell this for $1.5 billion, but
Yeah.
so what you can't say that one. Okay, well, what about the other deal? What,
The other deal was close to $250,000, so it wasn't a big acquisition.
So would you say that was a successful transaction?
It was a financially successful transaction. It was my first exit, so coming into kind of the entrepreneurship.
Which I think
world
is
and
awesome.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
any exit is awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
But now you're talking about a $15 million valuation, and you're
Absolutely.
walking around saying you sold the company, and I mean, you can. That's a down payment on a house. In
Yeah.
some
How
cases.
familiar are you with Barstool?
Very familiar. We actually had a discussion with your content director about 2 weeks ago to get the Barstool content on the tablet.
So my thing with this would be, it almost seems like you should be at more traditional investment company like Angel or VC, whatever you have. But like, we're not going to help you. Like, what would we help you with? Find like Uber and Lyft drivers? I don't think so. That's not like. So what would we help with?
Yeah. So for us right now,
Besides money.
the 2 biggest thing is content, right? So we're trying to get as much content.
So you could just
and,
pay us for the content, no?
We currently do have licensing deals with a lot of different content creators. So yeah.
I don't see the connection. This looks like
Yeah,
a
I
brand
agree.
disconnect. This could be a great idea. I don't like. They would know
I
better.
mean,
than
the
me,
only
but,
thing in an Uber you don't know in an Uber, like he'd argue probably like, hey, well, if you're in all these tablets and you're putting a 2-minute Barstool video, like people are watching Barstool, like captive advertising, a captive audience.
Yeah.
But
So to be honest with you, the way I came across like the Barstool brand to begin with was through Snapchat Discovery Stories. So we highlight 10 content creators every month, so allowing those brands to basically be exposed to that captive audience in the car. So that's kind of where the value is providing a new screen for that content distribution.
So to be honest, I think there's something that I would gladly talk about in terms of what kind of
License our
relationship, license, trade, whatever it may be, because there is an advantage for us. The investment side, I don't think is the right fit, but yeah, I could see that being beneficial to get it on the tablet. It's a good idea.
set up a meeting.
I agree.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are in the depths of the CashApp green room where some very big ideas are incubating, and some of them are coming from the 2 gentlemen to my right, your left. Fellas, who are you and what are you hoping to get sold today?
I'm Brian Fagan.
I'm Randy Kessler, and we are Sona.
Okay, what is Sona?
Sona is a digital marketplace that connects fans and celebrities or stars through personalized video shout-outs, event announcements, and the world's first ever video Q&A platform between celebrities and their fans.
Hello, Brains. My name is Brian Fagan,
And I'm Randy Kessler.
and we're here today to talk to you about our company, Sona.
We all have heroes. Growing up, I idolized the players on the Dodgers and the Lakers. What I wouldn't have done to get a signed ball from a player like Derek Fisher or Eric Gagne or Vin Scully. I was that kid who'd go to the games and scream my head off relentlessly in hopes that they would just acknowledge me. And if they did, it would make my whole day. I know that a lot of the Stoolies would feel the same way.
So, I'm Randy Kessler. I'm a celebrity lawyer. I don't like that term, but people call me a celebrity lawyer. Mainly, I represent a lot of celebrities, a lot of high-profile athletes, all the best athletes, people you've known, people I can talk about, some I can't talk about. But I see it from the other side. I see it from their side. A lot like you all, I'm sure. You walk down the street, people stop you. They want a video, they want a selfie, they want an autograph. You live half a life. You don't get to spend the time that the rest of us get to spend. And I've thought there's got to be a better way for fans to connect with their stars.
So what's the difference between Cameo?
Well, first of all, we're glad that there is a competitor because it shows the market is there and the industry is there and they're building the market. And I have friends that call me and say, hey, I saw your industry, I saw your app. I don't know if they saw us or they saw them. We're out there.
So there is no difference.
No, there's some differences. So one of the differences is that we're the only app with a live Q&A. So the difference there is, I mean, and they are very similar. I'm not trying to beat around the bush, but one of the big differences is that, I could take a video of myself or have Randy hold the phone and explain to Phil Mickelson why my golf swing is shooting the ball off to the right or why my slice is terrible, and he could watch me and then he gets to respond back.
We probably have more athletes, they probably have more reality TV stars.
Are your economics any different for your stars versus theirs?
No, 75%
You name the price, right?
Yep. Star names their price, they get 75% of whatever price they set on us and on them.
So what do you need, like what you said is existing, what do you need us, like what do you want us for?
So what we need today, we need the world to know about us, right? Cameo's brand new too. Our competitor, they've started and they've done a pretty good job. We need the world to know about us. We need more stars, we need more fans.
How much older is Cameo?
About 12 months.
So what are you looking for money-wise?
Yeah, so we are currently in our seed round. We're valued at $14 million. An investment from Barstool would, lift us off the ground and place us among well-known brands and services overnight. There are hundreds of thousands of stars across the world that could sign up for this. We're already in conversations with a bunch of different countries. And they're good conversations too. We can't go into a ton of detail, or we probably could eventually, but...
well, if he's gonna put money up, you should.
Absolutely,
and
then we could, absolutely.
Well, India and China are big.
So you're saying you're valued at 14 million?
Yes, sir.
Here's where, and we've had this a lot. So the first time I sold half of the Barstool to Chernin, you guys are asking for a higher valuation than I got. And I was around for like 8 years making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Right. Now maybe I'm an idiot, but.
Right, and so how do you value a pre-revenue company? It's impossible. Like it's very, very hard to do that. What we know is that we need $3 million.
The best thing you can do is I'll give you 10% for nothing if you just help us build this. You're looking for a strategic partner. There's no reason why they would put money into this. I couldn't advise these guys to put money in this. Their brand is worth 5 million times the size of your brand.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't benefit them.
So
it benefits you. You need to come here and say, listen, this is what we'll do.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm looking at this brand new market, right? The entire concept behind our app is new. It's exciting. It's never been seen before.
It has been though.
It has been seen.
It's out there. Cameo is a pretty well-known.
But that's brand new. That's not in the history of the world.
They've been out for over a year, right?
They've started marketing and people have started hearing of our competitor in the last 3 months after a raise in December. So what I'm saying is, relatively speaking, compared to other products you might hear about, this is a new concept. So how big can it get, and how what can it be valued at someday? We think it can be valued.
But that's like a pie.
I'll give you my feedback though. Is that the only thing I would say to you is that one thing I would think about in your business model is that once you get the hit, once I get the birthday message, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to come back for another year.
But you might share it on your Instagram, and all your friends are saying, that's a cool idea. Who do they have?
But it's a one-time use. The second issue is because there's pressure in the marketplace. Hold on, let me finish. Because there's pressure in the marketplace, your 25% cut is going to get compressed.
Yeah.
And you're going to get into a war with Cameo or whomever.
You're giving them nothing. They're giving you everything. It makes no sense at all. What are you giving them?
Well, first of all,
what are you giving them? First answer.
What
do they get?
They're giving equity.
This is the paying for it.
For what? They're paying for it just like I would or anybody else would.
Right. Because every other.
So what do you? I asked one more time. What do they get? Not what they're going to pay you. What do they get?
They will get an interest in the company that
they have to pay for.
That they have to pay for. But
so go get it somewhere else.
Are you expecting us just if we invested, you guys can say Barstool's an investor, but we're not going to promote it at all?
No, we would love it if you promoted it.
So you're going to pay us?
Why are you going to pay them back?
So one thing that we need to do, like I mentioned, is get more stars and get more fans. You guys have all the stars and all the fans we could possibly
You understand then?
They just hand them over to you.
If we gave you $1 million to invest, you said, all right, now you're in, promote it. We said, give us the $1 million back.
You want them as a partner because they add tremendous value.
Yeah.
Versus anybody here that can just write you a $3 million check, let's say.
Right.
You don't want that person because they don't add value other than money. You want other stuff from them other than money. That's the more valuable thing. So why should they pay for that?
Except
what?
Except the Barstool will be promoted all throughout us, all of our
Who
marketing.
cares? You got nothing.
Said we're the ones who have to reach everybody.
Look, we've got our own marketing efforts. I got 400,000 LinkedIn followers. We've got all of our athletes and stars. It's not. I understand.
He's got 1 million.
I'm not. I can't go toe to toe with any of you guys, of course.
Yeah.
But our stars, the people we have online, are all going to be promoting them and you. It's another way for you guys.
Are they going to promote Barstool?
Why
Yeah.
would they
You better.
promote us?
Yeah.
Because if you guys are investors, we're going to make them, and we're going to put it in profiles.
Well, you can't make them. You can't make them.
We can ask.
Oh, you can ask, absolutely. They can ask too.
I
You guys are partners
agree
with us.
Totally with Mike. It's something to think about. But and you guys aren't the only
No, it's an
ones.
interesting thought. I mean, like I was talking to Randy outside, and I was like, it's kind of like when Shaq left the Lakers, right? Like he went to the Heat because he knew the Heat would win. He stays in the Lakers. The Lakers win.
Right now, Cameo's bigger than you, so they should be on that team. Who's
you
bigger
wouldn't
right
be
now?
able to get nearly as much, right? Because
They are, right?
But they wouldn't give you as much equity for the money.
But they have a proven track record now. They're already making money. They have
Are they?
funds coming in.
Okay.
People are using them.
People are using us, and we're not even trying.
But we're like, just to give you some context, we're trying to be $1 billion company.
Yeah.
Good.
And we have millions and millions and millions of fans who live and die by what this company does.
Right.
So it's naive. Like, you need to build something that people want. You have to have a business model that works, and you have to have a plan that creates partnership the way Mike's talking about, where you can create value exchange. Thank you, guys.
Have
you guys ever learned anything from each other?
Oh yeah.
What's the best thing you've ever learned about him?
Don't order a 48-ounce tomahawk steak after 9 o'clock at night. It's killer in the morning. He had a big dinner and it killed me the next morning.
We're talking poop.
No, we're talking like out the top, man. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I know.
I hear that's what you like, brutal.
Drink up your body
You're a
armor.
doctor.
Brain surgeon.
You're a brain surgeon.
So I think he needs a cavity search, Doc. Okay. Come on, Doc.
Wow.